Hey guys, and welcome to this week's bands class. So let's get warmed up. So I like to come up to standing. We will take those feet a comfortable distance apart. We're going to start with a few squats to chest lift out to breaks. We're going to sink the hips back and down, drive the feet to the floor, squeezing the legs as you come back up to standing. We've got 2 to go. And we're going to go into some roll downs. So drop the chin to the chest, relax the arms and shoulders. And we'll slowly roll as far towards the floor as we feel we can. Keeping the arms heavy as you do. And then we'll slowly roll back up to standing. And we'll repeat that a few times. On that next one, we're going to hold down our forward fold. We're going to bend the legs so we can set the hands to the floor. We're going to walk the hands out so we come into a plank position. And then we'll walk the hands back towards the feet so we come back into that forward fold. We're just going to repeat that a couple of times. Nice and slow. Keep that strong brace as we come forward through into our plank, not letting the hips drop. One more. And then we'll roll back up to standing. And then from here, we'll go back to our squats. So we'll sink the hips back and down, keeping the chest lifted. Shoulders pull back, now strong core brace. Two to go. Awesome. So we should be feeling warm and ready to go. So we'll need our band. Now today we've got a bit of a strength express class, so we're going to increase the intensity a little bit with some supersets. So don't start yet, but in a moment. We're going to step on the band, either handles can be down by our side, or if we want to, bring the handles together, bring them up to the chest. We're going to start with some squats in a moment. So we're going to squat down with the band. After our set squats, we're going to keep hold of the handles, bring them to the hips, bit of a bend in the legs, and we're going to go into a band walk from side to side. Don't worry, I'll remind you as we go along. Okay, so we're going to start with some squats. So either hold the handles low or high, depending on what we feel we can. And we draw the shoulders back, abs are braced. We're going to bend the legs, pushing the hips back and down. And we drive the feet to the floor, going back up to standing, and we'll repeat. Now at the top we don't push the hips through, we just take them directly straight. Couldn't think of the word I wanted then. 2 to go. Last one. Then we lower the band or bring the handles to the hips to where we had before. Slight bend in the leg. We step out and in, and then back the other way. So we're going to start with that outside foot. We bring the other foot no closer than hip width apart, so we can keep that tension in the legs. And that's also why we're sinking to that little bit of the squats. Keeping the chest lifted and our abs braced. One more time each way. And then we can rest there. So if you want to, we can release the band. So we're round done. We've got a couple more of those. We're going to do 2 more sets. Okay. Round 2. So bring those handles together or down by our sides. If we put them together, we're going to bring them up to chest height. Feet come to distance apart, chest lifted, shoulders pull back, abs are braced. We're going to sink the hips back and down, driving the feet to the floor. So think about that squeeze to the legs on the way down and on the way back up. Two to go. And again, we're going to cross the band over, bring the handles to the hips, bend those legs, and we lead with the outside foot. And we step across and back again. So it's 2 steps in each direction.
Now we've been told that this was a Marxist concoction, but it isn't. It's older than the Bible by far. It's a couple of thousand years, and then even more than that in its age.
One more time each way.
It is our duty as human beings, no matter what our political persuasion, our religious preference,
And then we can rest. And again, we can step off the band if you want to. Release the band down to the floor, grab a drink if you need to. We're going to enjoy that bit of recovery time before the 3rd and final set. And you guys did awesome work so far. Okay. Last set here. So yeah, we're going to go for our squats. We'll bring the handles up to the chest. We'll hold them low, shoulders back, nice strong core brace. Then we'll sink those hips back and down. Then we drive the feet to the floor and move back to standing.
Now we've been told that this was a Marxist
Last 2.
concoction, but it isn't. It's older than the Bible by far. It's a couple of
And then
thousand
we'll cross those handles over again.
in its age.
Bring them to the hips.
it is our duty as human
Sink
beings,
those hips slightly back.
what our political
So we're getting outside foot first,
race our
and then
nation,
back again.
to raise one unified voice of protest, of indignation.
Last time each way. And then we can step off our band for a minute. If we need to, we can grab a drink. Just so we've got a little bit more work for the legs. And we're still going to need the band, but in a moment we'll step on it. We're going to take hold of it, excuse me, wherever we feel we can, to create some tension, feet are hip width apart. And we've got our Romanian deadlifts, the shoulders stay pulled back, we hinge forwards from the hips, hands go just below the knees, pushing the hips slightly back as we tip forwards. Then we're driving up to standing again, no hyperextension at the top, just a nice straight line to the body, squeezing those glutes. We've got a set of 10 of those. And then we can cross the handles over again. And we're going to go for a set of 10 kickbacks. Just 5 on each leg. So on those, we'll tip forwards from the hip, tapping the toes as far back as we can, and then swapping sides. So for our RDLs, we're going to take hold of the band. Or we're going to step on the band first, then we'll take hold of it. We can either take hold of the handles, or if we feel we need a little bit more tension, we can take hold a little bit further down the band. Stand nice and tall, shoulders pull back, strong core brace, a little bit of a bend in the knees. Then we'll hinge forwards from the hips, hands go just below the knees, and then we'll drive the feet to the floor, squeezing through the back legs, back to standing, and we'll repeat. That's good. That was the last one. We'll take hold of the handles. We'll cross the bands over. A little bit of bend in the knees, handle to the hips. Then we're going to kick one foot back. We'll step forwards and same on the other side. So we tip slightly forwards as we do, as we kick back even. Last one on each side. We did a bit more than 5 on each side there, didn't we? And then we can rest. So you got a little bit of recovery. And then we'll go for our second set. Again, we'll take hold of a handle in each hand or grab the band a little bit further down. Feet are hip width apart, a little bit of a bend in the knees. Give me that strong core brace, shoulders pull back. We hinge forwards, hands just below the knees. We push those hips slightly back as we hinge forwards. And we drive the legs coming back up to standing. Two to go. And then we cross the handles over, handle to each hip. A little bit of bend in the legs, standing tall, then we're going to kick one foot back. Tipping slightly forwards as we do, then we bring it forwards. And then same on the other side. Last one on each side. And then we can rest. We've got one more set of those. One more round. Then we'll take hold of each hand, we'll take hold a little bit further down on the band, depending which we need to, slight bend in the knees. Then we'll hinge forwards from the hips, keeping the shoulders, pull back, keep that strong core brace, hands just below the knees. And we squeeze the legs as we come back up to standing. So reloading the hamstrings and glutes in this set. Last one. Then we'll cross the handles over. Yeah, we'll bring them to the hips, a little bit of a leg bend. Then we kick one foot back, and then the other. Last one on each side. And then we can rest there for a moment. So give the legs a little bit of a shake out if we need to. And they're done for today's workout. Next up though, we're going to hit some of the upper body. Or work some of the upper body I should say. We're not going to hit it. We're going to work it. So here we're going to come into a superset of lateral raises. In our lateral raise, standing tall, strong core brace, squeeze the glutes, slight bend in the elbow so the hand is just in front of the hips. Then as we lift up, the hand will be just in front of the shoulder, the top here, that's going to keep the tension in the delts. So set 10 of those. And then we're going to do a rear delt raise. So on the rear delt raise, we bend the arms as we bring the elbows back and up. So the elbows are coming out just below shoulder height. As we bring them up, squeezing the shoulder blades together, but in that hinged position. So we keep that strong core brace. That's going to help us hit the rear of the delts. So we've got 2 sets of these, 10 and 10, 2 sets. Okay, we'll step on the band. We'll stand nice and tall. Shoulders pull back. Abs to brace, that little bend in the elbow, then we're going to lift the arms up to around shoulder height and then back down. So you don't want to come any higher than shoulder height. Remember the hand comes out a little bit in front of the shoulder as we lift. 2 to go. Then we hinge forwards and either take further down on the band or cross the handles over if we want to, or keep hold of the handles. Rear delt raise. So we bend the arms as we lift the elbows up and back. Drawing the shoulder blades together. Two to go. And then we can rest there. So we can release the band if we want to. We can grab a drink if we need to. We've got a second round of those in a moment. Okay, round 2. So again, we stand tall, slight bend in the knees, hand on each hand, we draw the abs in, slight bend in the elbows, and we lift the arms up and out to around shoulder height. Two to go. Last one. And again, we'll come into our rear delt raise. So we hinge forwards from the hips, keep that strong core brace, elbows come out to the side and up. Two to go. And we can rest. We're almost done for today. We have one more superset, 2 moves, but we don't need our band for that one. So our superset here is a pike push-up into a normal push-up. So during the recovery, but for the pike push-up, hands are going to be wide like we would for a normal push-up. Hips are up high, as if we're in a down dog position. We're going to bend the arms, taking the head down towards the floor. And then we'll roll our weight forwards. So you come through into a plank, or we go into a normal push-up. So we alternate between each of those. So we do one pike push-up, roll through, one normal push-up, back to our pike, back to our normal one. And in the first set, we've got 8 of each. If you need to, for the normal push-up, you can drop to the knees. But if we can with the pike push-up, we're going to stay on the toes. But again, we can drop to the knees, or we have the knees elevated slightly to allow us to come down into that pike position, or push the hips up either, I should say, into that pike position. So here the hands are wider than the shoulders. We can spread the fingers because we want to try and grip the floor. We're going to push those hips back and up. Then we'll bend the arms around the head towards the floor. We'll push back up, we'll roll forwards through into our plank position. Push up and back. And then we go again. So remember, you can adjust the hands at any point, or adjust the arms if you need to, if it's not feeling right for your push-ups. But those elbows should track slightly back. Last one of each. And then we can rest. Bit of recovery time. And we've got one more set of those. And that's the end of today's class. Okay, last set, we're going to go for 8 again. So we'll come up into our pike position or down dog position, then we're going to bend the leg or bend the arm, sorry, taking the head down towards the floor. Push back up, roll through into our push up, and again. And then once you've done your 8 of each, you can rest. Awesome work today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that Bands Express class. Any questions, any problems, drop me a message, drop a comment below. Always love the feedback. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Take care. I'll see you very, very soon.